Hello, and welcome back to more Nostalgia November, where today we're having the fun old time of checking out Fuhrreich, at least one version of Fuhrreich. There's now apparently like 15 different ones, and I have no idea which one to play. Specifically though, we'll be playing Imperial Nostalgia today, which I think is the very first version of Fuhrreich that was very quickly abandoned, then remade into normal Fuhrreich, which was then abandoned, and then this came back. It's very complicated, but every time I have to explain what exactly Fuhrreich is, it always gets a little convoluted. But imagine that Germany lost World War I. Yeah, this is what if Germany lost World War I, but through the eyes of the Kaiserreich universe. Yay! For a second then, I thought that guy was just a floating head. My monitor settings are so messed up. Yeah, so much like our original timeline, things got a little bit weird and wacky for the Germans, and they're now led by weird paganists. It's a little bit fruity. And all of the losers of World War I have not exactly been left in the best of positions, and I'm not entirely sure who I want to play. I don't want to do Germany. I've already done them. I've already done the Russians in the World War I mod. I don't feel like playing the British or the French, so I've kind of got my eyes on the Ottomans. Yeah, it kind of reminds me how they were left off in our Great War game, so maybe we can do them a favor and bring them back to life. It is most certain to say that things have not gone too well for the Otto Bros. We have quite literally moved from being the sick man of Europe to the dead man of Europe, which means there's nowhere possibly worse for us to go. And luckily for us, we do have a focus tree for us to explore the options of making the Otto Bros great again. That or we just fail completely and make nothing of ourselves. Oh, this is handy. They actually have a recommended countries, and I'm kind of upset that the Ottomans are on page 2 all the way at the bottom there, but the Ottoman foreign policy has received a vast rework, allowing you to build a truly great Ottoman Empire and dominate the Near East. So that is hopefully something that goes well. Oh, and then at the very end there, we also have camels. Wow. Pat on the back to us. Well, you see, if I was wearing a giant onion on my head, I probably could have stopped the assassination, but sadly, it was just a fed. Hey, that does mean, though, we have unlocked our focus tree, and we're gonna have to have a bit of a path choosing here. Death of an empire or consolidation of power. Yeah, we have the option of pretty much doing Turkey here or becoming a Turanist, which I don't like the sound of either of those, so I think we will try to keep our empire together, even though, could you really call this an empire at this point? Okay, first step in making our empire a empire again is to remilitarize whatever the hell that says, which has apparently angered the Greeks. I'm not entirely sure if this is what you're supposed to do, but I have pretty much just destroyed the Greeks already. I just don't know if this is winnable or if we get like a scripted peace deal if we kick them out. Oh, there goes the entire Greek army. Okay, so the only thing I can think of to actually beating the Greeks now is to land over here, somehow build a port in time, and then hope for the best. Because obviously I can't get my navy out into the Aegean here, so we'll see how this goes. Oh, okay, so we do get a peace event, but do I go for the peace? I think I could actually just destroy them here. Yeah, it didn't even matter. I didn't even have to finish the port over here. I managed to actually get up to Thessaloniki all on my own, so I think that's all they wrote for the Greek. Okay, yeah, I think that is all they wrote there, and they are so close to capitulate. This is 100% not how you're supposed to do this. And there you go. Just like that, the Greeks are no more. Yep. Honestly, you'd think someone would have a problem with that. Okay, so now we have a new deal with the British, or we can just solve it with war later. But I'm going to try the deal and see if they'll actually just give up Constantinople back to me. And they did. Okay, we are looking so great already. Look at that. And it's not even the first year of the game over yet. Okay, so we do already have the option to start demanding more of our land back off the old Italians and the French here. Only problem is I'm a little bit worried that they're gonna say no, but I've made a save and I'm gonna click the button. Okay, so they say no, so I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna wait a bit until I'm a bit stronger and then make the demand later. Alright, I got a very cool idea. It's called No More Democracy. Apparently this may have dire consequences, which you know means it's gonna be a fun time. Oh. Well, that's just straight up rude. Oh, well, I think Germany declaring war on Denmark means, yep, That's World War II. A little bit early. Very early, actually. I don't think they're going to do too well here. In the meantime, I'm going to keep expanding. Also, yeah, Azerbaijan and Turkey teaming up on Armenia. I don't know where I've seen this one before. And just like that, more land for me. And while we're here, I guess we'll just peacefully reintegrate the Kurds back into our empire. Yep, it's looking very peaceful. And there also goes the Georgians. Now, whilst I was just microing that war, I didn't actually get to capture it, but I got an event from the Italians, and they just sold me this land. I didn't even get an option to say no, they just gave it to me. I've also noticed that Lebanon is now free from the French, so I'm going to go ahead and demand off of them too, and we might end up at war here, but I think we should be fine. Oh, well, they said no. Looks like we're going in, and there you go. Okay, we are looking very good now. Unlike the Germans, who are supposed to be my ally here, they are not looking very good. And they don't want to be my friend anyway. Okay, but we are not done yet, though. There is a big, peaceful Mashriki kingdom right here, and I say peaceful, they're invading Iran, so don't mind if I get myself involved. Hey, you thought the Ottomans were done for, did ya? But I'm back. Okay, so our next invasion looks like it may be a little tricky, as it is Iran, but I think the earlier we do it, the better, even though it is 1940 now. And then after that, I'm not too sure where we're going. I think it may be against the British. Well, I clicked the decision, now realizing that it would just put us straight in the war, but we're at war with the British. Okay, now that is Egypt secured, and I'm really kind of hoping that there's some sort of scripted deal if I do manage to push them out completely here, because I don't think I can beat the British on my own. Although, if I hover over this, it does say, even if it is kind of weird, if controlled by the British, it will take a while for them to accept defeat once these regions are occupied by our forces. So maybe there is a deal in here to be had, please. Oh, and the Germans look like they've actually pulled it back a little here. They're actually now moving into Denmark and the Austrians, so we've still got a game going. Oh, okay, so the Germans actually got a peace out there, and they're still at war with the Italians, though. Oh, hey, never mind, there you go, they got their peace out. So there is Germany, but I don't think they're going to stop there. Also, the Zapodoslav state looks like they're chomping on Poland there. Okay, well, I have completely kicked the British now out the Middle East. Only problem is, I don't think we're going to be getting a scripted peace deal, which means we're going to have to get over there somehow. They are just endlessly attacking me down here in Africa, which I guess is good for us. I'm not too sure what they're planning with these ones, though. Okay, under the complete assumption now there will be no scripted peace, it is time for Operation Destroy the British. Okay, now we are going to have to kind of hopscotch our way across the Mediterranean here, which is a lot easier said than done because getting naval range is almost impossible. Now, hopscotching is only going to get us so far because I need to get a navy, and I have an idea on just how to get one. Because think about it, we need a fleet, and who do we know that has a fleet that would be very willing to let us borrow it? If you answered the Italians, you'd be very correct. There we go. Now, please tell me you do still have your navy. Okay, that was about to be very awkward if they didn't. Okay, it's not anything spectacular, but it should be enough just to get me enough naval supremacy to try and get into the Western Med. Oh, and the Germans just went ahead and they have beaten the Russians. Now, will they turn around and help me with the British? Probably not. Okay, now, for whatever reason, at some point, the British went ahead and took out Spain, which is now going to make my job a hell of a lot easier. Oh, I just got put in a peace deal. I actually have... Okay, hold on. I'm gonna see what happens with both of these options. First I'll try they must unconditionally surrender, which I think will just carry on the war. Okay, yeah, I tested it and it would piece us out. We do get Egypt and Palestine, stuff like that, but that is not good enough at this point. We want it all. I mean, if that event had fired, 7 years ago, sure. It took way longer than I wanted it to, but British Iberia has finally been invaded. It only took too many naval bombers, naval striking, and then also a miracle. Big way I've been harassing them is just absolutely spamming out submarines. That is all I've really had to do to pretty much cripple them completely in supply. So yeah, hint. always do submarines. Well, I should just say always do submarines if you're a smaller power up against a ginormous power with a huge navy. There we go. That is sorted. Also, the Japanese tried to naval invade me down here, which isn't great. I forgot I was at war with them because they were originally on the British side, but then they declared war on the British side. I was hoping they never would arrive, but it appears they have. Oh, and perfect. It looks like some of the British fleet is actually trapped over here now, so I'm going to try and get the naval invasion and push them out completely so we can get our navy out and just take them out finally. Oh, and there goes the Portuguese pride of the fleet, sunk by D98. Oh, hello. That is gonna make my life easier. In fact, yes, a lot easier. We're just gonna get access through them and end this once and for all. Oh, it's not exactly the help I was expecting, but I guess, you know, beggars cannot be choosers. Okay, yeah, as soon as I get all the hard work done, it looks like everybody just joins the pile on her, because America just declared war on Canada. It's even worse, because they've got Mr. Generic in charge too, or I should say Norton Cleveland. Oh my lord, that was disgusting. Okay, kind of interesting that I don't yeah, we didn't get a peace deal with everyone else in that, so what exactly is gonna happen here? We need to capitulate Portugal. Well, Portugal's definitely capitulated. Oh yeah, okay, that deafening sound is letting me know that everything is falling apart for the British. Okay, so we're all peaced out now except for a few stragglers like the Dominion of Iceland. But now I guess somehow we got to deal with the Japanese, and I do have an idea. It involves my 138 submarines. And now we also do have what was left of the British Navy, which, albeit, isn't actually a lot. It's a lot of heavy ships, but all the destroyers and stuff, they're all gone. But hopefully that is enough that we can start making it back into Asia over here, and maybe just capitulating the Japanese. I think we only have to capitulate the Japanese, right? Nope. We also need Shanxi to capitulate. Why? Yeah. I think it's safe to say that my submarines are having a field day over there. Okay, so it's going to be a bit of a slow and grueling process to get over to Japan, but how has this game so far not just been a slow and grueling process? It's quite literally 1950 right now. Okay, now taking Sumatra over here, we now have enough range as well to unleash the submarines for their full potential. Goodbye, Japanese shipping. Yeah, I think currently they are sitting at 1,000 convoys. We'll see what that turns out to be in a minute. Where'd they all go, Japan? Oh, it ain't just the convoys we're going for either. I think we're actually putting a sizable dent into their fleet. Oh, that was horrendous. And yet, the worst has not even begun. You're sure having experienced fun until you've invaded China in 1953. We just finally capitulated Shanxi. It just suddenly moved over to Siam. Oh, and we are done. Yep. It's 1955, and I have no idea what the hell this is. Oh, you know, the worst part is I'm not even at peace yet. I'm done. Yep. The sick man of Europe definitely is still going to be coming down with something after that war. Yeah, instead of being physically sick, though, it's just mentally. But hey, if you enjoyed the video and you want to keep watching Nostalgia November, this was Fuelreich Imperial Nostalgia. So go ahead, leave a like down below, follow, and carry on the journey, because we got plenty more mods to do. But yeah, I'm not playing till 1955 again, though.